Hey YouTube, thanks for joining me today. We're going to take a little hike today and do a little cooking. We're going to cook with an alcohol stove that I purchased from Amazon. I purchased the Alocs 11-piece camping cook set, the CW-105 Pro. This one comes with the alcohol and the gas burner. We're just going to be using alcohol today. We're going to take a little hike. We're here in the National Forest and cook up a little bit of lunch and try to just enjoy nature. Whenever I go hiking, I'm always paranoid about forgetting something. I'm always trying to remember, did I bring a fire starter? Did I bring the food that I want to cook? Did I bring something to drink? Do I have enough water? Do I have a knife? Do I have a saw? I like to be prepared all the time. Whenever you're in the deep forest, you never know what can come up. I like being prepared. You never know. I mean, if I ended up having to spend the night, if I got lost, sometimes I forget my compass. If I got lost, I want to be sure that I have a tarp with me. I want to be sure that I have a means of starting a fire and just taking care of myself so my family's not worried about me. They know that I'm pretty much always prepared. It's just something that I love to do. I like to camp. I like to be in the forest. Even during the summer, it's pretty hot. It's going to get up to around 90 today. It's already in the mid 80s right now. The sun's very bright. It's hard to find the shade. You'll see the exposure comes and goes on the camera. It's really hard to keep good exposure when you're in the bright sun like this. You're in and out of the shade. I leave my camera on auto ISO because it needs to adjust constantly. I would normally like to keep it on manual all the time so I can kind of control the exposure, but if I did that, a lot of times I wouldn't notice, but my face would be in complete shadow and I'd look like a silhouette when I step out into the sun. So just bear with me on the exposure. But let's just try to enjoy some of the sounds, and we're going to find a good spot and do a little bit of cooking here in a few minutes. Let me give you guys a little bit of background information about myself. I'm 59 years old, married, been happily married for 37 years, got 5 kids. We have 3 sons and 2 daughters. I grew up in the country, way back in the country. I've spent a large portion of my life roaming around in the woods, bow hunting, squirrel hunting, rabbit hunting. I've elk hunted and turkey hunted and varmint hunted. I just love being in the woods. I like to camp. I like to hike. As far as the gear I've got today, I've got my Osprey Ethos backpack that I've had for 7 or 8 years. I use this one all the time. I'm in the Ozark National Forest. First one on the trail today, you can tell because I'm knocking down all the spider webs. These woods are very rocky. It's mostly hardwoods. There are a few pine thickets here and there. It's nice when I find the pines or the cedars. A lot of the cedars have been cut down because of fire hazard in these mountains. There's a lot of rock cliffs. I've always said this part of the area is like a miniature Colorado. The terrain's not or the elevation's not near as high, obviously, but we do have like mini mountains, hard to climb, a lot of rock climbers around here. But these woods are full of whitetail and turkey. During the fall, when I'm doing some camping videos back here, I may have to wear orange during the gun season. But today we're going to be cooking with an alcohol stove. I've never cooked with an alcohol stove, so you guys, hopefully, maybe we can learn together. And some of you guys that have used them for years, you can give me some advice. But I've been cooking with gas stoves, and I like to cook with wood on campfires. But I've been seeing a lot of my favorite YouTubers using alcohol stoves, and I thought I'd give it a shot. So I ordered one from Amazon. This is a really cool area that I'm in here. Right now there's no water running at all. It's very dry. There's a lot of bugs around right now. You're going to hear the bees buzzing around, probably when I get out a little bit of meat and start cooking. These yellow jackets, or some people call them meat bees, they'll probably find me pretty fast. But usually I just leave them alone and they leave me alone. This is a very pretty area. Lots of shade at least. This actually feels kind of strange walking in the middle of this creek. I've never seen this creek completely dry like this. Although I'm not sure that I've been here in August before. It's a really big creek. You can see how wide it is. Not a drop of water anywhere. Some people have asked me, is there gold in their hills? My guess would be there probably is. If you had the right mind, the right equipment, you wanted to work hard enough, you could probably pan a little bit out of here. But I would say it's not enough that it's made it worthwhile for anyone. I'm sure people have tried it, but these creeks and this terrain and the way that the geology is in this area, I guess would be there probably is some gold somewhere. I would like to find a really big nugget laying in this creek bed. More likely to find a fossil than gold, though. It's about time to find somewhere to set up and do a little bit of cooking. It's getting close to lunch. So I was wanting to eat in a spot that had a little bit of water. Here's another section of the creek right here that has some water in it, so I think we're going to try to ease down here and maybe set up our stove. These rocks are very loose. I have to be really careful. I wouldn't want to get down here and twist an ankle or hurt my knee where I couldn't hike back out. Since rarely does anyone know where I am, I have a tendency to do that. This looks like a pretty good spot. I think this will do fine. Let's set up here. Okay, so this is the stove that we've got. It comes in this nice package. Like I said, this is the Alocs. It is much like the Tangia that's made in Switzerland. As far as the price goes, you can shop around on Amazon. I got this for around $85. I think it's a little bit better price on Amazon than the Tangia because you also get the gas burner stove with this one. And the Tangia, you have to buy that extra. But this is the Alocs Pro. But let's open it up and see what we've got here. I'll back up a little bit. We've got a lid. This is the grate that you snap in that holds your kettle or skillet or pot. Pot holder. The very important alcohol stove. Looks just like the Tangia. It comes with, some people have said that this is for putting out the flame, and other people, which that doesn't make sense for just this, but this right here is more for like a simmer ring, so you can sort of control the flame a little bit by opening and shutting this top mechanism. It's pretty handy. And this is the stove itself. It has a lid. It does have a silicone gasket inside, so I guess you could store your alcohol in there. I haven't tested it yet to see. It's probably pretty snug. It'd probably be safe to store some in there, but I just brought a bottle of alcohol because this is not very much. And I'm not sure how fast it's going to burn, but so many backpackers use these, and these have been popular for so many years. I'm sure that it'll burn a long time. I burn denatured alcohol in my line of work a lot, so I'm using denatured alcohol. A lot of people use heat. They buy heat. You can buy it at any truck stop. The one in the yellow bottle, from what I hear, the one in the yellow bottle is best, and that's probably what I'll start using after I use up my denatured alcohol. But this is the stove. And here is the gas burner that comes with it, which is pretty nice because I do like to cook with gas because it's so fast. Backpacking is ultra light. You can carry a canister around. The canisters last forever. I've been using a jet boil for years. I love my jet boil. But I'm anxious to try this. But we're not using this one today. Here's the first pot that comes with it. It's 1 liter. It's aluminum with an anodized finish. I think they call it their diamond coat. It's very nice. It looks nice. It's extremely light. Another kettle or pan. I think this one is 1.2 liters, excuse me. And once again, this is the Alocs. This says since 1979, so they've been around for a while. And here's our skillet. We're going to use this. I like the way the skillet's made. It's pretty light, but feels rigid, very rigid. That's good for a skillet, so maybe it's not going to warp. Here's the wind guard. This is the stand that it sits on. Wait a second, I may have that wrong. I think this is the windshield. The top. This sits on here and locks in place, like so. Now, if you're going to use the gas stove, with the gas stove you would run the cable down from the top, and the gas stove, well, the gas stove snaps into this hole. Looks like it needs to be adjusted. These are sort of collapsed a little, probably from shipping. Let's fix that. We can fix that really quick, I think. We don't want to do them a disservice. There we go. Snaps in really nicely when the springs are sprung out the way they should be. But what we're going to be cooking the ever famous ramen. Backpacker's choice. We're going to be putting in some broccoli and some steak. We're going to cook our steak first, so we'll be using the skillet. Then we'll cook our ramen and drop it in and enjoy. I actually had the base upside down. It's hard to tell which is the top and which is the bottom, but we've got it figured out now. I think we're setting pretty level. It's not that important that it sets perfectly level. Let's light it up. Good. Well, I guess you guys can tell that it's cooking really, really nicely. I'm very impressed at how fast it cooked my steak, how much heat is actually coming off of it. I tested a little bit of water in my office when I first received the stove a couple of days ago, and I just boiled it was just about a cup, and it took it 3.5 minutes to boil inside my office. And the temperature in there was probably 72 degrees. Out here right now, well, I've got no phone service, so I can't tell, but I think it's probably around 90 degrees. And it is really rolling. The flame is going beautifully. I'm pretty impressed so far. We've got a breeze building up right now. I didn't bring my little flame guard, so hopefully the wind won't blow the flame out. They are a little bit susceptible to that. This is a wind shield. That's what they call it. It's burning beautifully. Well, it did not take the flies long to locate me. We're starting to get some bubbles in the bottom. It's only been about 3 minutes, and this is 2 cups of water. So we're doing pretty good. We'll just deal with the flies. That's just part of being outside in the summer. That's why I like to cook close to water. You can just do quick cleanups. These creeks are pretty clean. They're clean enough for this anyway. I wouldn't drink it without boiling it, but it's clean enough to scrub your cutting board. Okay, we've got a boil. So let's pop in the noodles. These are beef flavored ramen noodles, by the way. I don't eat ramen noodles very often. I really do try to eat healthy with being 59 years old. Try not to eat a lot of these, but I really enjoy them when I do. Okay, we'll cook those for about 3 minutes. Okay guys, it's been 3 minutes. Let's break these up a little bit. There is plenty of heat coming off of that. I suspect this stove would do pretty good in cold weather as well. Okay, I think those are done. Okay, to put our flame out, I'm going to use this. There's still some alcohol in the bottom. There we go. Works like a charm. I'm pretty happy with that. Nice lunch. Cooked on alcohol in the woods. Denatured alcohol. On the Alocs Alcohol stove. That is really good, guys. Even in hot weather, there's nothing like eating in the woods. The flies aren't really that bad. I mean, a lot of people complain about the insects during the summer, but as long as the mosquitoes aren't too bad, the rest of the bugs don't bother me too bad. Just being out here alone, listening to what birds there are singing, not many. In the middle of the day, there's not many singing. But there's just something calming about it when you've had a busy week at work. I'd recommend you guys do it if you have an opportunity. If you don't have an opportunity, watch channels like this one. I hope to bring you a lot of content of doing this very thing. But if you don't watch my channel, there's lots of other good camping channels out there. If you don't have the time or ability to get out in the woods on your own, sitting in front of a computer with the sound, the volume up a little bit and listening to the sounds of the wild and the woods, it's soothing to the soul. So enjoy it every chance you get. So if you guys enjoyed the video today, I hope you enjoyed the video today. I certainly enjoyed filming it and being out here. But if you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button. I'll try to put out a video for you guys every week, probably Saturday or Sunday or Monday of each week. So you'll have a new adventure to look forward to from Lone Camper. Thank you. Have a great day.